Alright guys, what up? Authentic Lee here once again. So the question is, what do we choose when we don't know what to do in life? Are we taking the path to profit? Are we taking the path to passion? Where should we go? What should we do? And so, as always, it's got to start here, right? It's always got to start with the heart and what you feel guided, what you feel inclined, what you feel fires you up first. If that passion isn't quite manifesting yet, if you don't really know what you're passionate about yet, that tells me you need to make room for some exploration, make room for some self-awareness, get to know yourself, some reflection. And so when we're digging into passion, the idea of it, I always love to think about that fire in your chest, in your heart area, right? What fires you up? What gets you excited? When you're choosing what to do, if you follow your highest excitement, it becomes a snowball effect, right? As you follow this first thing that excites you and you enjoy it, maybe it tapers off a little bit, and then you move on to the next thing as you keep going. It's a snowball effect, right? And so you'll find with other avenues of life, like finding your partner and dating, relationships and friends, that when you find these things that excites you and you act upon them, people that are in like mind, that are in a similar frequency, are also going to be doing the same things, right? And so filling up your cup, enjoying these beautiful opportunities you have in life, that's part of it. Another aspect of finding your passion would be that introspection, getting into meditation, pondering your experiences you've had in your life, the universal law of cause and effect. There are no coincidences. The experiences you've had are all due, mostly, right, to the choices you made in the physical and in another aspect on a soul level too, right? What does your soul want to experience here as a human? Because it would be correct to say that you're a human being, but it's also correct to say that your spirit living a human beingness, right? It's all just a experience. You are one perspective of many connected, living an experience as a human, and your experience is unequivocally, perfectly unique to yourself. And so when you're trying to find value to share with the world, look to your experience. And in an essence, the people you'd be assisting are, in a sense, past versions of yourself that are going through the trials and tribulations that you've already overcome. And so pondering those experiences you've had, pondering the things you've had to overcome, challenges, what you've learned from them. And I find pondering your childhood from the years of as soon as you can remember, whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5 years old to, 7 years old, 8 years old, those really formative years, what were you interested in? For me, what I was interested in I really love to pretend. I loved knights. I loved wizards and magic. I loved all of that sort of medieval. I loved that sort of I loved fantasy, right? And so it makes a lot of sense, given what I enjoyed as a child, that I would be in a field where we are talking about the non-physical, right? And so maybe if you're someone that's into sports and you're into trucks or you're into dolls or, you know, whatever, look into that and see, what does that say about me? Okay? Experience, trials and tribulations, your childhood. You could look into certain practices like astrology, like numerology, palmistry, maybe. I love that stuff. It always gives you little bits of information that you add to the picture as a whole. Never get too fixated, never get too zoomed in when you're dealing with that type of stuff, but add it to the big picture of who you are and go about your life and experience. That's what life is. It's an experience. You only have so much time, my friends, right? If you're sitting on your phone in your apartment all day, you're not you're just watching other people live their lives, watching others try to even make an impression on, that's what social media is, right? Like everyone's life looks so much better than what it is. But when it comes with the passion side, a lot of the times for many of us, it takes a lot of time. And it can be a work in progress, and that's very much okay. It's very much okay. Now, the profit side of things, here's where it gets a little fun, right? There's a lot of people out there that would say always go for profit, always go for what makes tangible sense, focus on the money and then the passion. And that's an okay way to look at it too, but a lot of these business guys you see, would it be incorrect to say that on the profit side, building businesses, it doesn't necessarily matter what it is, but building systems and managing people, that's their passion, right? And so in a sense, they appear to be on this road, but they're actually in this camp right here, right? And then you have lots of people too that are in this camp where they focus on the profits. They just dive deep, they work hard, becoming whatever, a big fancy finance guy or a lawyer or something, and they build the lives that they think they like, that they think they want. They have all the material, but they're unhappy with what they have, right? And so there's always balance. There's always balance. Okay? So, I guess to leave you guys with a conclusion, if there is a burning desire to find your passion, by all means go down that path, but you need to survive as well. So the answer is do what you need to do and follow your heart. There is no one that can tell you what you need to do other than yourself. And so connecting with your heart, connecting with your higher self is key. All right? Because in reality, these paths are intertwining. They are. So, and both, you can do them both too in your life. There is enough time if you respect the time, if you treat the time wisely. All right? For me, in my experience, I was, finishing high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I ended up going into the trades because what else do you do? You just get thrusted out of the system, right? And I had the opportunity, I took it, and you know what? It worked out beautifully. I worked for really good people. I made good money, and I did that for 11 years. And in the meantime, I looked and I searched deeply for my purpose, right? I think I had a almost 4-year period where, other than going to work, I wouldn't talk to anyone. I just completely isolated and introspected and tried different things until eventually I came upon this. What is it I like to do? I like to uplift others, bring in the vibration of love, uplift others, and teach you how to live by the heart. And that's what I like to do. So anyway, it's everyone's on their own journey. Remember that. Don't compare yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy. You're on your own path. The only person you're competing with is yourself. Remember that. As always, much love to you guys. Please throw me a like and subscribe. Throw me a little comment in there. What is it you're thinking of doing? And maybe what do you think is stopping you? Much love, guys. Cheers.